Hello, everyone, and welcome to a windy night here in Cottonwood, Arizona, as the Mingus Marauders take on the Lee Williams Volunteers in our first softball broadcast of the 2021 season. I'm Philip Catafamo, happy to have you along with me here on a gorgeous Monday afternoon / evening, I guess. It's about 3 o'clock. But we've got some softball for you here on Verde Valley TV, and when we get back, we'll get you the national anthem, the starting lineups, and a preview of this matchup. Stay with us here on Verde Valley TV. Softball on the other side.
The most common reasons for bankruptcy are unforeseen circumstances like tragedies, illness, unemployment, and foreclosures. I'm Michael Gordon. We understand your situation and your need to look at all the alternatives. Call Gordon & Gordon for a free, non-judgmental bankruptcy or foreclosure consultation. Ask about zero-down bankruptcy options. Gordon & Gordon Attorneys at Law. Trust well placed.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at Gettle'sHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle, get Gettle's, and go Marauders!
Want to welcome you back here on the campus of Mingus Union High School for tonight's softball matchup as the Mingus Marauders take on the Lee Williams Volunteers. I'm Philip Catafamo, happy to have you along with me here on Verde Valley TV. It is our first softball broadcast of the 2021 season, and I know both of these teams are excited to get started. The Marauders come into this one looking for their first win, playing in their first game of this season, whereas Lee Williams is looking for their first win this season, having played 2 against Kingman that they lost in a doubleheader. We will get to all of that here in just a few minutes. We're going to get you the national anthem and the starting lineups here. Stay with us. Yes. Hi, John. Hi. No one else? I'm trying to figure this out.
Oh, uh-oh. What do you need?
I don't have a mic.
Turn it on. It worked for me a minute ago.
Check. Anyone hear me?
You lose your power?
We're all plugged into the same thing. I've got power.
Turn the volume up on mic 1.
It's a little loud. Yeah, it's a lot loud. Check, check, check. Okay. Welcome to Mingus Union High School and today's matchup in the 4A Grand Canyon region featuring the Lee Williams Volunteers and the Mingus Marauders. Thank you. A reminder, today's game is streamed live on youtube.com/VerdiValleyTV. For friends and family not in attendance today, let them know they can watch the game. Verde Valley TV on YouTube. youtube.com/VerdiValleyTV. And introducing the visiting Lee Williams Volunteers. Starting at catcher and batting first, number 10, Paige Peterson. Playing third base, batting second, wearing number 4, Tatum Mines. Batting third, wearing number 6, playing second base, Sarah Huntoon. Batting fourth, wearing number 1, playing right field, Jess Mitchell. Our pitcher for the night, batting fifth, number 7, Addison Leo. Playing first base, batting sixth, number 12, Jillian Mitchell. Batting seventh, wearing number 2 and playing center field, Olivia Register. Wearing number 8, playing left field and batting 8th, Caitlin Echeverria. And batting 9th, playing shortstop, number 9, Amaya Sellers. And now the starting lineups for your Mingus Marauders. First, the non-starters, number 1, Kaya Soki. Number 4, Kaylee Watson. Number 7, Hannah Dixon. Number 5, Yasmin Mestis. Number 21, Tabitha Freeman. And number 28, Kiki Saravo. All right, here are the starters for your Mingus Marauders. Batting first, wearing number 3, playing second base, Ella Balo. Batting second, wearing number 9, playing center field, Mckenna Watson. Our pitcher for the night, batting third, wearing number 99, Alexis Ayersman. Batting fourth and wearing number 33, Marissa Vaca. She's playing short. Playing third, batting fifth, number 17, Mallory Copeland. Batting sixth, wearing number 22, at catcher, Sadie Stapleton. Cindy, excuse me, sorry, I don't usually do this. Batting seventh and wearing number 6 in right field, Mackenzie Figgy. Batting eighth, wearing number 18 in left field, Cameron Jones. And batting ninth, number 23, playing first, Mikkel Gordon. Everybody would please rise. Gentlemen, please remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. All right, here we go. Welcome inside the broadcast here on Verde Valley TV. Again, the Mingus Marauders taking on the Lee Williams Volunteers. It has been a long time since these two teams have seen each other. We got to go all the way back to April 16th of 2019, a doubleheader, the final two games of that 2019 season. The Mingus Marauders able to get a victory in both of those games, 15-6 in Game 1 and 23-0 in Game 2. But, of course, it has been over almost 2 years now since we've gotten a chance to see this Marauder softball team out on the field. And, well, a lot has changed, but what hasn't changed is the good play on the field, and we will see how this team fares against Lee Williams. The Lee Williams Volunteers, again, coming into this one, suffering 2 losses to Kingman last week. A tough battle for the Kingman, for the Lee Williams Volunteers. The first game, 13-3 loss, and then 9-5 in Game 2. But Coach Melody Van Zant told me that in Game 2 this team played quite well, and they should be able to click a little bit more here against the Mingus Marauders, but only one way to find out. Leading things off for the Lee Williams Volunteers is number 10, Paige Peterson. She is the catcher for the evening. She will face the the junior pitcher in Alexis Ayersman. First pitch is on the way, and it'll be taken inside for a strike, and that's how we get things going. Peterson takes the first strike inside. We are underway here in the top of the first inning. No balls, 1 strike. Ayersman, second pitch on the way. That one's away for ball 1. So the count will go to even 1-1. It's got to be kind of tough playing against essentially a brand new team. It's been 2 years since these two teams have taken the field. The 1-1. Swung on and missed. That's strike 2. So much has changed. Players graduating and some players coming up from JV now at the varsity level. Ayersman looking for her first strikeout of the season. 1-2 on the way. That one in the dirt. Count will run even again, 2-2. Mingus and Lee Williams only able to get a handful of games under their belt in 2020 before the season was canceled. The 2-2 on the way from Ayersman is cut on and missed for a strike. Out number 1 for the Mingus Marauders. And what a way to start for Ayersman. Now it'll be Tatum Mines stepping up. Mines playing third base for the Volunteers. First one on the way. Mines takes that one on the outside corner ball. Real close, not a bad spot to miss from Ayersman. Count runs 1-0. The 1-0 is swung on and missed. Count will go even in 1-1. Ayersman was on the roster for the Mingus Marauders as a freshman her first year at Mingus Union High School. The 1-1 on the way. That one swung on and missed. That'll go away from our catcher. That is Stapleton. But it will go down as a strike, so the count will go to 1-2. Ayersman pitched well as a freshman, which kept her on the roster for last season. Of course, the last year, her sophomore year, but back in her junior year, she's got a 1-2. That one's high. It'll go 2-2. So a similar count she had to Peterson, the batter before. She's got a 2-2 count to Mines here in the top of the first. The 2-2 from Ayersman is on the way. That one swung on and missed. Give her back-to-back strikeouts to start off the season. Ayersman pitching well, picking right from 2019. There we go. I'm also shaking off some rust, apparently. Sarah Huntoon will step in. First one swung on and missed. Huntoon playing second for the Lee Williams Volunteers. The 0-1 on the way. Off speed. A little high there for ball 1. Count will go to 1-1. The 1-1 runs on the inside corner for strike 2. It'll go to 1-2 again. So very similar at-bats for all three batters right now, running the count 1 and 2. And that'll do it. 3 straight strikeouts for Ayersman. And the Marauders will head into their half of the first. Score 0-0. We'll see what the Marauders offense can do on the other side. Don't go anywhere.
Lawler Construction has been a premier local builder of custom residential and commercial projects for 36 years. Using green construction methods, Lawler Construction builds efficiency into every custom design. Lawler Construction is a certified Energy Star builder. For examples, visit LawlerConstructionAZ.com. They thank you for your business confidence and continued referrals. Lawler Construction, a proud supporter of baseball and softball at all levels. Look for Lawler Construction homes at Mountain Gate and Clarkdale this summer.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on fuel with the Marathon Make It Count reward program. The Suzy Q drive-through window is the most convenient way to stop for those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here with something for everyone.
At Suzy Q.
Shop local first, always.
Go Marauders!
It'll be Ella Balo leading things off here in the bottom of the first inning. Our score 0-0. Philip Catafamo, happy to have you along with me here. Mingus Marauders taking on the Lee Williams Volunteers. Ella Balo, then Mckenna Watson and Alexis Ayersman will be the 1-2-3 for the Mingus Marauders. They will face Addison Leo. Her first pitch is in there for strike 1. Volunteers went down all 3 strikes in the top half of the first inning, and here in the bottom half of the first inning, we'll see if the Marauders can tack on a few more runs for their pitcher, Alexis Ayersman. That one is chopped foul. Count will go to 0-2. So the 0-2 on the way to Balo is in the dirt for ball 1. Balo takes that one a little inside for ball 2. So the count will run even 2-2. And we'll see what Balo can do here. As she looks to get on the board for the Marauders, she'll poke that one to Leo. Leo will toss it over to first in time for out number 1. Real simple 1-3 for the Lee Williams Volunteers to lead things off. And now Mckenna Watson will step in. Watson playing center field for the Marauders. First pitch on the way to Watson is swung on and missed for strike 1. That one is in there for strike 2. Count will go to 0-2 on Watson. So the 0-2 count with 1 down here to Mckenna Watson is an off-speed in there for strike 3. Nice off-speed pitch there by Leo. Way out in front of it is Watson for out number 2. And now we'll see the pitcher, Alexis Ayersman, for the Mingus Marauders, trying to get things going with 2 outs. Ayersman's first pitch on the way is swung on and missed. Marissa Vaca waiting on deck for the Mingus Marauders if Ayersman gets on. That one's high for ball 1. Count will go to 1-1. The 1-1. Ayersman swings on and misses that one, so the count will go to 1-2. So a 2-1 or 1-2 count here for Ayersman. With 2 outs, the pitch. Off speed, right to the third baseman. Throw is on to first in time. A 1-2-3 inning for both teams is how we end the first inning. We head to the second. Our score is still 0-0. Stay with us here on Verde Valley TV.
The mouth is the gateway to the digestive system. Studies indicate a correlation between oral health and full body health. Regular cleanings and checkups can help protect you. New patients are welcome at Arizona Smile Designers in Cottonwood. There's a full smile worth of services all offered under one roof. Whitening and cosmetic to implants and smile reconstruction. Find out more or request an appointment online at azsmiledesigners.com.
From the Glen Canyon Dam to the corner sidewalks, Salt River Materials Group, Phoenix Cement, has helped build Arizona and the Southwest since 1959. Much like the products they provide, Salt River Materials Group, Phoenix Cement, has a strong sense of community and contributes to it in meaningful ways. Phoenix Cement is considered a premier employer and community supporter and would like to thank their friendly neighbors for 6 decades of continued support. Think harder, think concrete.
It'll be Jess Mitchell leading things off for the Lee Williams Volunteers. It was a 1-2-3 inning for Alexis Ayersman here for the Mingus Marauders to lead things off in the first inning. Now here in the top of the second, she's looking for a very similar outing. And we'll see here from the first pitch from Ayersman is on the way. That one swung on a miss for strike one. So Ayersman, a solid first inning, 1-2-3, all strikeouts. And now she's got an early jump on her first batter. That off speed's a little high. Count will go to 1-1. A lot of crossover here. A few names you'll recognize from other Verde Valley TV broadcasts. Name them here after this pitch. 1-1 on the way. That one is in there for strike two. So 1-2 count here for Mitchell. Ayersman pitching well for the Marauders. We'll see what Mitchell can do here at the dish, down 1-2. No outs here. Top of the second inning, 0-0 our score. The pitch. That one's cut on and missed. That's another strikeout for Ayersman. She's got 4. And now stepping up will be the pitcher, Addison Leo. Leo able to get Ayersman to ground out when she was batting, and now here Leo, the pitcher for Lee Williams, goes up against Ayersman, the pitcher for Mingus. And we'll see what Ayersman can do here. Leo batting in the cleanup spot here. Pitch on the way. Swung on a miss for strike one. What's so great about high school softball and like maybe college or, you know, the professionals or the Olympic level is a lot of these players, even though they're pitchers, you know, usually pitchers get a bad rap of being bad hitters. The 0-1 is in the dirt for ball one. Here in high school, you got so many players who play everywhere else. Leo may play, Addison Leo, who's batting right now for Lee Williams, may play second or short or outfield or catcher. So putting her in the cleanup spot, the 1-2 is high. Count will go to 2-1 now. Excuse me, it was 1-1. Now it's 2-1. My point being is it's, you know, usually at least at the upper levels, you never see a pitcher in the cleanup spot, but here in high school, you'll see it very prevalently everywhere. The 2-1 is in there for strike two. So the count will go 2-2, something that Ayersman has been working very well. Each of her strikeouts, minus the last one, have come on a 2-2 count. Minus the last two, I should say. And I just jinxed it as that one goes into the dirt. Count will go full 3-2. A lot of versatility with softballs, I guess is what my point is. Because Leo is the pitcher and she's in the 4 spot. Probably one of the better hitters here at Lee Williams, the 2-2. That one's high, but she'll take it for a strike. Another strikeout for Ayersman. She is dealing 5 Ks through 2. Looking for number 6 here against Jillian Mitchell. Number 12, she's playing first base for the Volunteers. One of the players that Coach Van Zant was telling me about to look out for today was Mitchell. First one on the way is fouled. Now we'll go to 0-1. So Ayersman looking for another 1-2-3 inning. She got it in the first. Very similar so far here in the second. And with 2 outs in the 0-1 count, we'll see if Mitchell can be the first base runner for the Volunteers. We'll see what she's got to go up against Ayersman, who has been tough so far. The 0-1 popped up. Going back on it is the second baseman for the Marauders. That's Balo. She will not make the catch. And Mitchell will get on. So Mitchell gets on the error from Balo. And now it'll be Olivia Register stepping up with a runner on first. Olivia Register playing center field for the Lee Williams Volunteers, wearing number 2. The runner on first. We'll see what Ayersman does to get out of this inning here with 2 outs. First one on the way to Register is in there for a strike. The 0-1 on the way to Register. Runner over on first, that's Mitchell. The 0-1 with 2 outs. Is in the dirt. It'll get past the catcher. That is Stapleton, and Mitchell will go to second, and she will stay there. So Mitchell able to move on the pass ball, getting on the initial error from Balo at second. And that's how we've got a runner at second. Well, so Register is now on first. That want to go low for ball 1. So now it'll be Caitlin Echeverria. The 1-0 on the way to Echeverria. Is a chopper right to Ayersman. She'll toss it over to first to Gordon for out number 3. So no damage done. Only 2 runners on as Ayersman able to get out of the inning. We'll take a break. Our score is 0-0 as we head into the bottom of the second.
From the Merkin farm to your table, from their vines to your glass. Merkin Vineyards Tasting Room in Osteria, a sense of place for extended family and community. The Merkin mission is to deliver a total sustainable Arizona experience with fruits and vegetables family farmed in the Verde Valley and vines grown on Arizona Merkin acreage. Pastas and breads made from scratch and served with daily seasonal specials. Keep an eye out for the Merkin pizza and gelato wagons using the same local ingredients.
Balancing your family, finances, and future is a lot of responsibility. Let Jennifer Griffin and her team at State Farm help. Jennifer Griffin is an Arizona native and a Mingus graduate, as well as a third-generation State Farm agent, serving you in the same Main Street location for over 35 years. Jennifer Griffin and her team want to wish all of the Mingus athletes the best of luck this season. Go Marauders! Jennifer Griffin and State Farm Insurance, here to help life go right.
We pick things up here in the bottom of the second as Vaca is able to drive that one to shortstop. It is bobbled by Sellers, and Vaca will get on to lead things off here in the bottom of the second inning. Mingus 0, Lee Williams 0. Philip Catafmo, happy to have you along with me here. It is very windy in Cottonwood, Arizona. But nonetheless, we've got softball as Mallory Copeland will step in. The first pitch is high. Vaca over at first base for the Marauders. Got on the bobble by Sellers over at short. First pitch on the way. Bunt is shown and drawn. It'll go down for a strike, but Vaca will be able to easily get over to second. And now the Marauders have a runner in scoring position on the bunt and run. The 0-1 count on the way. Takes that one high. The count will run 1-1. So Copeland able to get the 1-1 count. Runner over at second again. That's Vaca. Vaca got on a ground ball over short. Was able to beat out the throw. Copeland's 1-1 on the way. Swung on in the dirt for strike 2. So it was a 1-2-3 inning for Addison Leo of the Lee Williams Volunteers. And already finding herself in a little bit of trouble here with the runner on second. That off speed is chipped off the middle of the bat. It'll fall into center field. Vaca will stay at third base. The throw to home is in time. And there goes Copeland able to make it to second, advance that runner over to third, and the Marauders have 2 on. We'll take a look at it there. She just kind of sawed it off the inside of her bat, and you can see Vaca standing over at third base, just chips it into center field, and is able to fall. So with no outs, it'll be Sydney Stapleton. Stapleton will drop down the bunt. Vaca will stay at third, and it'll be bases loaded. So how about that? Sydney Stapleton able to get on. Mingus with bases juiced here, and we've got Mackenzie Figge stepping up. Figge awaits the first pitch from Leo, and it'll go in the dirt for ball 1. It'll be a big opportunity here for the Marauders to capitalize early on Leo. No outs. Runner at first, second, and third. That one's in the dirt. It is past the catcher. Vaca will come in and score. Mingus leads 1-0. So Copeland will move to third. Stapleton will move to second, and Figge will remain at the plate. No outs, and Mingus leads 1-0. Figge, the 2-0 count. Pitch on the way. That one's taken a little high. Count will go 3-0. Cameron Jones waiting on deck. .30 on the way to Figge. She'll take that one in there for a strike, draw the count 3-1.
Never had the green light on 3-0 before.
3-1 on the way. Figge fouls that one off. Count will go full 3-2.
Hey, put it in play, kid. Put it in play.
Full count here to Mackenzie Figge. Runners on second and third. The 3-2. That'll go high, and Figge will get on with a walk. So Figge at first, Stapleton at second, and Copeland over at third. And here comes Cameron Jones with no outs. And Mingus, bases loaded again. So, excuse me, I guess it was a 2-2 count. So actually it'll go, now it is 3-2. So here's the 3-2 on the way. Figge chops that one foul.
There we go.
So here in the bottom of the second, Mingus up 1-0 against Lee Williams. 3-2 on the way, the pitch. And there we are. So right back where we started with bases loaded. Figge ends up drawing the walk despite the mix-up on the count. And the bases remain loaded. Jones right past the shortstop. Copeland will score. Here comes Stapleton around third. Mingus is up 3-0. How about Cameron Jones? The no-out single draws 2. And Mingus extends their lead 3-0. Figge moves over to second. Cameron Jones over at first on the RBI single. And now Mikkel Gordon will look to bring around a couple more runs for the Marauders here in the second. First one on the way. Gordon takes that one inside for a strike. .30 our score here in the bottom of the second. Mikkel Gordon, second pitch on the way, hits her right on the legs. So she'll move over to first. Jones will move to second. Figge will head over to third. And the top of the lineup here with Ella Balo will get an opportunity here to draw in a few more runs with bases loaded. First one on the way. Balo takes that one away for ball 1. The 1-0 count on the way to Balo is high for ball 2. Balo, a ground out victim to the pitcher, excuse me. The 1-3 in her first at bat. We'll see what she can do here in her second at bat. That one's out a little outside for ball 3. So now a 3-0 count to Balo. Runners on every base. Still no outs. Balo takes that one inside for a strike. Balo more than likely not given the green light there on 3-0. She draws the 3-1, the pitch. And that'll do it. That'll bring in another run for the Marauders. A walk for Ella Balo. Brings around Mackenzie Figge. Moves Jones over to third, puts Gordon at second. And Mingus is up 4-0, and now we'll see Mckenna Watson, who struck out in her first at-bat, get another opportunity here against Leo. First one on the way to Watson. That one is in there for a strike. Still no outs. Marauders doing well offensively here, taking advantage. Try to bring in a few more before we head to the third. The 0-1. Right into the glove of the first baseman. Throw on the catcher is in there for out number 1, so it will be the 3-2. That will get Jones out for the first out. Watson will move on will get on the fielder's choice. And Balo will move over to second, and we'll have Gordon now over at third, and it'll be the pitcher, Alexis Ayersman. Her first pitch taken high for ball 1. The 1-0 is high again for 2-0 that goes the count. Marissa Vaca, who led the inning off, is waiting on deck. She was able to get on the single and then come around to score. Ayersman, that one's in the dirt for ball 3. Good eye there, but from Ayersman. With the bases loaded here, the Marauders looking to bring in that run they gave up with Mitchell throwing it over to her catcher Peterson for that first out. But the 3-0 on the way to Ayersman. She'll take that one inside for ball 4, and they will get that run. As Watson moves to second, Balo goes to third, and coming in to score is Mikkel Gordon. Mingus up 5-0 here, and Coach Van Zant will talk it over. Quick meeting in the circle. I assume social distanced, of course, due to COVID-19. There was an update to the mask mandate. If you're playing in the game, you don't have to wear a mask, but if you're on the sidelines or if you're in the dugout, or if you're like us and who are watching or broadcasting the game, you do have to wear a mask. But the players, of course, on the field do not. You see Coach Van Zant talking it over with her team, trying to get Leo focused up here. Again, our score 5-0. Mingus doing quite well early on here in the second inning, taking advantage of Leo. Leo had a great 1-2-3 inning to lead things off, and from there, it's just been tough here in her second inning as Vaca, who led off this inning, gets an opportunity to bat. Vaca got on with a base hit and then advanced with a pass ball and ended up getting all the way around to score. She takes that first pitch in there for a ball. And we'll get a pinch runner for the pitcher. So coming in to run for the Mingus Marauders will be number 1. That is Kaya Soki. That one's in there for a strike. So Soki now over at first base. Ayersman will get ready to come out for the third inning. Off the hands there, over to first in time for out number 2 as Vaca grounds out to Huntoon. But she will get the RBI as Balo comes to score. And Vaca gets the RBI. And now stepping up will be Mallory Copeland. Copeland was able to get on with a double as that one goes in the dirt for ball 1. She was able to come around to score a little bit earlier in this inning. With a 1-0 count on the way to Copeland, she'll try to bring around Soki and Watson as that one's in there for a strike. The 1-1 on the way to Mallory Copeland, the pitch. Copeland into right field. It'll fall. That'll bring around one. Here comes Soki for the second run. Mingus now leads 8-0. So Watson able to come around and score. Soki able to come around and score. And it'll be another base hit for Mallory Copeland as she brings around two. And that'll be Sydney Stapleton. Eight 0 our score here in the second inning. Copeland was able to get on with Copeland was able to get on with a single in the early part of this inning. She ended up coming around to score. Now another opportunity here for Copeland to come around with 2 outs as that one's in there for strike 2. Or strike 1. The 1-1 on the way. 2 outs here to Copeland. The pitch. Copeland swung on and missed. Ball is loose. But it is enough to move Copeland over to second base as Stapleton is our batter. Stapleton's got the 1-2 count now. The 1-2. Off the hands. Huntoon to first in time for out number 3. So a tough inning for Leo, but she gets out of it. Mingus able to bring around a few. They lead 8-0 as we head to the third. Stay with us.
Accidents happen. Red Rock Collision knows that your car is the second largest investment you're likely to make. For over 15 years, Red Rock Collision has been there to negotiate for you, the customer, not the insurance company. John and his staff promise quality repair with honesty and integrity. You can rest easy now. They'll return your car as safe as the day it was built.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
Welcome back here to Mingus Union High School. The Mingus Marauders currently leading the Lee Williams Volunteers as we head into the top of the third inning. 8-0, a great start for the Marauder offense in the second inning. And now they're looking to keep rolling off the strong pitching effort from Alexis Ayersman, excuse me. Ayersman pitching quite well. She's got 5 Ks so far through 2. And we'll see what she does here against Sellers. Anya Sellers, the first pitch on the way here in the third inning. That one's chopped foul. Count will go to 0-1. Amaya Sellers, excuse me. So Amaya Sellers here with the 0-1 count here in the top of the third inning, leading things off again. Mingus up 8-0. Ayersman, the pitcher for the Marauders, the 0-1. Swung on and missed for strike 2, so the count will go to 0-2. You know, if you take away the wind, it's actually a pretty gorgeous day here in Cottonwood, but the wind is kind of ruining it. The 0-2. There it is. Got her looking for strikeout number 1 here in the third. That is number 6 for Ayersman, and what a great outing so far for the junior pitcher as the top of the order, Paige Peterson, will get things going for the Lee Williams Volunteers. First pitch on the way to Peterson here in the top of the third. Is in there for a strike. Peterson, a strikeout victim in her first at-bat in the first inning. 1 of 6 so far. The 0-1. That one's high and away for ball 1. The 1-1 count on the way. The pitch to Peterson is swung on and missed for strike 2. So Ayersman ahead of the count here against Peterson. 1-2 the count, 1 down, 8-0 our score here in the third inning. The payoff pitch on the way. Now it's fouled. Good job of Peterson to get a piece of that one and stay alive here. Count still remains 1-2. They got only 1 down here for the Marauders. Looking to get 2 and get back to the offensive side of things. The 1-2. Now it's high and away for ball 2. So the count's even at 2 once again for Paige Peterson. Very similar count in her first at-bat. The 2-2 is swung on and missed, and just like the first time, she unfortunately goes down on strikes. But Peterson will look to get another opportunity a little later in this game and find her first hit against the Mingus Marauders. Always tough to chase those high pitches, but we'll see how Peterson bounces back when she gets another opportunity here. So 2 down now, another strikeout for Ayersman. And now Tatum Mines will step back up. Mines also a strikeout victim in the first inning. And we'll see what she can do here in the third with 2 outs. Ayersman looking for another 1-2-3 inning. That one is in there inside for a strike. Tatum awaits the 0-1. The pitch on the way from Ayersman is in the dirt for ball 1. Count will go to 1-1. Relatively clean inning for Alexis Ayersman in the second inning, minus the error and the hit by pitch. She didn't allow a hit, didn't allow any runs. That'll be off the hands and go foul. Count will go to 1-2. But Ayersman pitching very well here, starting to settle down in the third inning. Looking for another 1-2-3 inning that she had in the first, here in the third. She is ahead in the count, 1-2 with 2 outs. Mines awaits the pitch. There it is. Another backwards K for Alexis Ayersman as the Lee Williams Volunteers go down 1-2-3 here in the top of the third inning. We head to the bottom half of the inning. Marauders will get an opportunity to tack on a few more runs. Stay with us here on Verde Valley TV.
The most common reasons for bankruptcy are unforeseen circumstances like tragedies, illness, unemployment, and foreclosures. I'm Michael Gordon. We understand your situation and your need to look at all the alternatives. Call Gordon & Gordon for a free, non-judgmental bankruptcy or foreclosure consultation. Ask about zero-down bankruptcy options. Gordon & Gordon Attorneys at Law. Trust well placed.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle, get Gettles, and go Marauders.
Mackenzie Figge takes the first pitch in the dirt for ball 1 as we lead the bottom of the third inning off here. It'll be Mackenzie Figge, Cameron Jones, and Mikkel Gordon. The 0-1 is in the dirt. Or excuse me, the 1-0 is in the dirt for ball 2. The count will go to 2-0 on Mackenzie Figge. Mingus up 8-0 here in the bottom of the third inning. Like I said, it'll be Figge, Jones, and Gordon. That's the 1-2-3 for the Marauders. So that one goes away for ball 3. Figge already ahead in the count here. She was able to get on with a walk in her first at-bat. And we'll see what she can do here. Ahead in the count, 3-0. Again, no outs as we lead things off here. The pitch, and that'll do it. So another walk for Mackenzie Figge. Probably not the way that she would like to get on, but doing her part nonetheless. Cameron Jones will step in with Figge over at first. Figge was able to come around and score early on as Jones drops down the bunt and the throw down to second to nobody. So Figge will move to second on the stolen base, and Jones will take the first pitch in for a ball. Pitch on the way to Jones is in the dirt. And Figgy doing a great job, taking advantage, making it all the way to third. 2 stolen bases for Mackenzie Figgy.
Hey, put it in play, kid. Put it in play. Some to the right side.
Pitch on the way to Jones is foul. Not a bad little shot over third base. Saws it off her hands. Never a good feeling, get all that reverb from the bat. Feel it in your teeth a little bit. Mackenzie Figgy over at third base. Cameron Jones able to get on a single. She was able to advance all the way to third in her first at-bat. That one's popped up. Coming over to get it is Sellers, and she will track it down for out number 1. Figgy will stay at third base. That'll be Mikkel Gordon. Gordon was able to get on with a hit by pitch. She came around to score. 1 of 8 runs in the second inning for the Marauders. But here in the third, they're looking to tack on a few more. First pitch on the way. Gordon, chopper to third, picked up by Mines. Mines over to first, corralled by Mitchell for out number 1, but Figgy will come around to score, and Mingus extends their lead 9-0. So 2 down here, a little quicker inning for Leo, as Elabelo on the top of the lineup will get things going. Nobody on, 2 outs. Mingus up 9-0. Balo takes the first pitch in for a ball. One-0 count, 2 down. Pitch. Balo swung on and missed. Nice off speed there from Leo. Great pitch to get ahead. Draw the count even. The 1-1. Balo takes that one foul, or in the dirt for a ball. So the 2-1 with 2 outs here to Ella Balo. Nobody on here in the bottom of the third. The pitch. Balo right past second and first for a base hit. Balo will get on with a single. And with 2 outs, the Marauders have a runner on first. And here comes Mckenna Watson, who struck out in her first at-bat. Got on with a fielder's choice and came around to score in her second at-bat in the second inning. We'll see what she can do here in the third, try to bring around Ella Balo. First pitch on the way to Watson is high for ball 1. One 0 on the way to Watson is slowly rolled over to first base. Mitchell will pick it up, but it will go foul.
Let it get there, Mac.
1-1 our count here with 2 outs. Van Zandt talking to the umpire. Maybe some questions about if it stayed fair, if it was picked up in fair territory. They say maybe it was runner interference, but it seems to be null and void at this point. So the count will remain 1-1 with 2 outs. Again, Mckenna Watson at the plate. Ella Balo over at first, the 1-1. Watson into right field. That one's going to fall. Should be enough to bring around Balo. It is off the wall. Balo will round third, looking to score. She will. Marauders lead 10-0. What about a triple from Mckenna Watson? How about that? So now to be Alexis Ayersman, the pitcher, will look to add a couple more runs to her cause as Mingus is now up 10-0 here in the third. Van Zandt will call a timeout. And how about that from the Mingus Marauders? We take a look at that one. Watson able to pull that one into right field. Bounced off the wall, and I got to say Mitchell read it beautifully off the wall and was able to get that relay throw in. Of course, Figgy just so quick around the bases, or excuse me, Balo so quick around the bases. She was already basically at third base by the time Mitchell picked it up, but great hit by Watson to bring around Balo. And a good little 2-out rally here as the Marauders extend their lead 10-0. with 2 outs. And now we'll see what Ayersman can do. Ayersman, the pitcher for the Marauders. She'd love to add on a couple more runs here with Watson over at third. First one on the way to Ayersman. Ripped down shortstop. That'll score Balo. Or that'll score Watson, excuse me. And an RBI single for Ayersman. And now Marissa Vaca will step in. So we'll get another pinch runner. It is Kaya Soki. Soki will stay over at first base, the pinch runner for the pitcher, Alexis Ayersman. Ayersman will look to warm up a little bit, as Marissa Vaca will look to add in a couple more runs. Vaca takes the first pitch outside for a ball. Throw on to first, not in time. (11-0) our score. The 1-0 is taken a little high for ball 2. So 2-0 the count here to Vaca, the pitch. That one is in there for strike 1. Now the count will run 2-1. Kaya Soki over at first base for the Marauders. That one right up the middle. It'll be a base hit. Soki will stay at second. It'll be a solid single for Marissa Vaca. And now here comes Mallory Copeland. Copeland with 2 outs, looking to keep the inning going. Copeland able to get on with a double. She came around and scored, and then was left stranded at second base after her single in inning number 2. And now here in the 3rd inning, an opportunity to tack on a few more runs. That ball is outside or inside for ball 1. Good block by Peterson behind the dish. She's had a few tonight. (1-0) on the way with 2 outs. The pitch in there for strike 1. Able to get that inside corner is Leo. Vaca over at first, Soki over at second. Copeland looking to bring 1 or 2 of them around here in the 3rd and extend this inning a little bit more. The pitch is high for ball 1. Ball 2. Yeah, so shaking off a little bit of the rust here for softball and baseball. It's been over a year since we've gotten a chance to come out here and call some games. 2-1. As that one's chopped foul, so excuse me if I say the wrong count here and there or have the wrong name. We're getting there, I promise. Good game so far for the Mingus Marauders. 2-2 our count, 2 outs, runners on second and first. Copeland here. The pitch. Copeland saws that one off her shoelaces, and it'll keep our count 2-2. Copeland doesn't have to do too much, just poke it into the outfield or right between center and right. Maybe draw it down the line a little bit, and should be more than enough to bring around Soki from second at the very least. Vaca's got some wheels over at first. So something deep enough should be able to bring around both of them. The pitch. That one's in the dirt for ball 3. Both runners will take off, make it a little easier now for Copeland to bring him around with a full count. Vaca moves over to second, and Soki moves over to third base. And Copeland with a 3-2 count and 2 outs. Not going to take a whole lot to bring both of them around. We'll see what she can do here. Sydney Stapleton waiting on deck. The pitch. That one down the line over to Sellers. Sellers throw on to first is in time for the final out, but not before the Marauders could tack on a couple more, extend their lead 11-0 as we head to the top of the 4th inning. Mingus leads. Stay with us.
Lawler Construction has been a premier local builder of custom residential and commercial projects for 36 years. Using green construction methods, Lawler Construction builds efficiency into every custom design. Lawler Construction is a certified Energy Star builder. For examples, visit LawlerConstructionAZ.com. They thank you for your business confidence and continued referrals. Lawler Construction, a proud supporter of baseball and softball at all levels. Look for Lawler Construction homes at Mountain Gate and Clarkdale this summer.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on fuel with the Marathon Make It Count reward program. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to stop for those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here with something for everyone.
At Suzy Q.
Shop local first, always.
Go for others.
We pick things up here in the top of the fourth inning. Our score, Mingus Marauders lead 11-0 versus the Lee Williams Volunteers here in Cottonwood, Arizona on the campus of Mingus Union High School. Alexis Ayersman has definitely been the conversation so far in this game. She is pitching quite well through 3. And here in the fourth inning, she'll get another opportunity against Sarah Huntoon, who takes the first pitch, and they're going to say it hit her, so she'll take a stroll on to first base. So Huntoon gets on to lead things off here in the fourth inning. Jess Mitchell will step in now. Mitchell, a strikeout victim in the second inning. Huntoon will hang out over at first base. Ayersman looking for another strikeout here. She was able to get Mitchell to strike out in her last AB in the second inning. First pitch swung on and miss for strike 1. The 0-1 on the way to Mitchell. The pitch. I want to go outside for ball 1. So Ayer's been doing a pretty good job of staying ahead of pitchers, or of batters so far. A lot of 2-2 counts, a lot of 1-2 counts. 0-1s. As that one's fouled off. Doing a good job of, even if she falls behind, or even if a batter runs the count even, Ayersman's done a great job of getting the out. Not overthinking it, just getting the out. The 1-2 on the way to Mitchell here with no outs. Popped up into center field, going back, and it is gone. That'll get the offense going. Jess Mitchell able to send one over the fence for a home run. Huntoon will come around to score. Our score, 11-2. As Lee Williams not only gets their first hit, but their first 2 runs all in one swing of the bat. And now it'll be Addison Leo, who just got a couple more runs to help herself out. She'll get an opportunity to bat. And we'll see what Leo can do here. She struck out in her 1 at-bat so far in the second inning on a full count. And now with nobody on, no outs, we'll see what she can do here in her second at-bat. Top of the fourth inning, Mingus still up 11-2. First one on the way to Leo is low for ball 1. Leo's second, or Ayersman's second pitch on the way. In there for strike 2, or strike 1. So the 1-1 count here to Leo, the pitch on the way. That one's chopped foul. Count will go now 1-2. Only 5 seniors for Coach Van Zandt and these Lee Williams Volunteers. Graduated 3 in 2020, so bringing a decent senior class back here in 2021. Leo, the 1-2. She go? She won an appeal. I know Stapleton saying she went, and they're going to say she did not, so the count will run even at 2s. But a good job from Stapleton to double check that one. Two on the way to Leo. That'll do it. Got her looking on the strikeout. Number 9 for Alexis Ayersman. And now Jillian Mitchell will step in. Mitchell here with 1 out. Was able to get on an error not come around to score. She stayed over at second. That first pitch is in the dirt for ball one. One 0 on the way. Is inside for ball two. 2-0 count here. There we go. 2-0 count here with one out. The pitch is low for ball three. So 3-0 count. Mitchell ahead here. First time Balo has found herself behind against a batter, or Ayersman behind against a batter. Balo's over at second. Ayersman, the 3-0. The pitch is in there for strike one. So there we go, working her way back a little bit. Two-1 with one out. 11-2 our score here in the top of the fourth. Mitchell takes that one in there for strike two. So good job by Ayersman, able to work back from 3-0, draw the count even 3-2. And we'll see what she can do to get out of this inning. Only one down. Looking for out number two. The 3-2. Right up the middle, it'll be a base hit for Mitchell. She'll get on with a single. And Lee Williams doing some damage here in inning number 4. And now we'll see Olivia Register step in. Mitchell over at first. Coach Van Zant looking for a pinch runner. Gage Kaufman will be the pinch runner for Jillian Mitchell over at first base. So now it'll be Kaufman over at first base, get a little more wheels around the base paths here. As Olivia Register will step in. Register hit by a pitch in her first at-bat. She was stranded at first base in the second inning. Here in the fourth, we'll see what she can do with one out. Ayersman, the first pitch, swung on and missed for strike one. We're getting to the point where it's a little unnecessarily windy here in Cottonwood. The 0-1 is away for ball one. So the count will go 1-1 to Olivia Register. One on the way, the pitch. It'll go foul. Not a bad place to put it there by Register, just a little bit too far right of the line to stay fair. So the count will go to 1-2. Ayersman looking for a strikeout number 10. Ayersman, the 1-2. Now to go for a ball. Count will go to 2-2. Although Alexis Ayersman, the pitcher for the Marauders, does like those 2-2 counts. Paige Peterson went down on strikeouts 2-2. Tatum Mines. Peterson again. And now we'll see if she can get Register here. 2-2 count, one out, runner on first. The pitch. She will. Got her looking for strikeout number 2. And strikeout number 10 for Alexis Ayersman tonight. What a performance so far from the junior pitcher. And now we will see Caitlin Echeverria step in. Echeverria grounded out to the pitcher in her first at-bat. She smacks that one foul. 10 strikeouts so far for Ayersman. What a debut here in 2021. The 0-1. That one's high for ball one. One with 2 outs, the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. So Ayersman now looking for back-to-back Ks to get out of the fourth inning. Only surrendered 2 runs so far and 2 hits. Of course, the big home run by Jess Mitchell break things open a little bit for Lee Williams. The 1-2. That one's high. Count will go even again, 2-2. And here Ayersman is again in that favorable 2-2 count. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Pitch on the way. Slow roller. Balo over to first. In time. Oh, out of the glove of Gordon. So Echeverrian's going to get on the error. And now Kaufman will move over to second. And now we will see Amaya Sellers, step in for Lee Williams. She struck out earlier in the game. And now with runners on second and first, an opportunity to break into this lead a little bit more. First pitch on the way to Sellers is in there for strike 1. The 0-1 on the way. The pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. So Amerson only almost out of the inning. But a little bobble over at first base from Gordon puts Echeverrian on first and moves Kaufman from first to second. And now the 0-2 on the way. Got her looking. Another strikeout for Amerson. Give her 11. What a performance from the junior. We head into the bottom of the 4th. Marauders looking to get back 2 that they gave up. Stay with us.
The mouth is the gateway to the digestive system. Studies indicate a correlation between oral health and full body health. Regular cleanings and checkups can help protect you. New patients are welcome at Arizona Smile Designers in Cottonwood. There's a full smile worth of services all offered under one roof. Whitening and cosmetic to implants and smile reconstruction. Find out more or request an appointment online at azsmiledesigners.com.
From the Glen Canyon Dam to the corner sidewalks, Salt River Materials Group, Phoenix Cement, has helped build Arizona and the Southwest since 1959. Much like the products they provide, Salt River Materials Group, Phoenix Cement, has a strong sense of community and contributes to it in meaningful ways. Phoenix Cement is considered a premier employer and community supporter and would like to thank their friendly neighbors for 6 decades of continued support. Think harder, think concrete.
Sidney Stapleton will lead things off for the Mingus Marauders here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Mingus leading Lee Williams 11-2 as we get things going in the bottom of the 4th. Philip Katafamo, happy to have you along with me here on a very windy night in Cottonwood, Arizona. Everybody bundled up in jackets, hoodies, blankets, sweaters, whatever kind of material they can put over their bodies, it's covering them. It is quite windy here. But nonetheless, Mingus able to tack on 11 so far, and Lee Williams able to get 2 back off a big home run from Jess Mitchell. And now we'll see what Sidney Stapleton for the Marauder half of the 4th can do with a 1-0 count. She'll take that one inside 1-1. One is high. That count will go to 2-1 now. The 2-1 on the way. Stapleton able to get that one into center field. It will fall. Stapleton will lead things off with a single. And the Marauders getting things going here in the 4th. We'll see Mackenzie Figge step up. Figge in her first at-bat in the 2nd inning was able to get walked. She came around to score. 3rd inning, very similar. Got on with a walk, stole 2nd, stole 3rd, came around to score on the fielder's choice and helped extend the Marauder lead to then 11. Or excuse me, I should say then 9. And now here she steps in with an opportunity to tack on a few more. We got a pinch runner now. Kiki Saravo will head over to first base to pinch run for Stapleton. The first pitch on the way to Figge is in there for a strike. The 0-1 on the way to Figgy here with no outs, runner on first. The pitch. Figgy into left field, it'll fall foul. Of course, Figgy, a very prominent name here at Mingus Union High School. Zach Figgy, her brother, playing on the boys basketball team as well as the football team. Zach's a senior this year. And not too far away from me is her father, Brandon Figgy, who is the head coach of the JV basketball team and assistant varsity coach. The 0-2 is high for ball one. Saravo looking to test the arm of the catcher, but she'll head over to first, and she will be there. Kiki Saravo not afraid to say throw it down.
Hey, let's go, kid.
1-2 count here to Figgy. That was in there for strike three. Saravo again testing the arm of the catcher. She'll head back over to first. It'll be a strikeout for Figgy. One down for the Lee Williams Volunteers as Cameron Jones will step back in. Or excuse me, that will be Yasmin Mestis. So Mestis will check in. Not sure if Mestis will find herself in left field, but at least for right now, she will be hitting for Cameron Jones, and we'll see what Mestis can do with her first at-bat of the night. First pitch on the way. Mestis takes that one inside for a strike. Of course, Yaz, a prominent member of the girls basketball team, making her way to the softball field. The 0-1 inside for ball one. One count here. Runner on first, that's Kiki Saravo. Pitch on the way to Mestis. Takes that one high for strike two.
Hey, you got it, kid. Let's go.
So 1-2 count to Yasmin Mestis with one down. The pitch takes that one high for ball number two. Count will go 2-2. So 2-2, one down. The pitch on the way to Mestis. She punches that one into center field. It'll be a base hit. Yasmin Mestis stays over at first. Saravo going to try to force the throw at second. It won't happen. So Mestis able to get on with a single. Saravo will move to second, and now we'll see Mikkel Gordon. So Yaz making her presence felt early. The solid base hit up straight away right in the middle of the field. And now we'll see Gordon. Gordon hit by a pitch in her first at-bat, was able to come around and score in the second inning. Ground out victim in her second AB in the fourth. That one will get past the catcher. Mestis will move to second. Saravo will move over to third. And an 0-1 count for Mikkel Gordon. Again, not too much is going to be able, you don't really need to do too much with runners on second and third as Gordon takes that one inside for strike two. But anyway, like I said, just kind of a poke into the outfield easily brings around Saravo, and depending on how fast Yasmin is feeling today, could bring around two. The 0-2. Gordon takes that one low for ball one. It is so much fun watching watching Kiki Saravo test the arm of the senior catcher Peterson. The 1-2 is a ball, a little off the plate. Count will go to 2-2. So 2-2 count to Gordon. Got to swing if it's close here with runners on second and third. She will, it'll be foul. Coach Van Zant talked to her a little bit before the game. She said this is the first time that she's been here, that in a while at least, that she's had a senior pitcher and catcher as Gordon pops that one up. Sellers going to shortstop, making the catch. Saravo is going to stay over at third. So it'll be a fly out to the shortstop for out number two. And now the top of the order, Ella Balo, with an opportunity here in the fourth. grounded out in her first at-bat, got on with a walk, came around to score in at-bat number 2, and then got a single in at-bat number 3, did come around to score. Balo takes the first one for a ball, 1-0 the count here. Again, 2 outs, runners on second and third. That one is in there for strike 1. Count will go to 1-1 on Ella Balo. And again, I'm just going to keep saying it. You don't need to do too much to bring around Mestis and Saravo over at second and third, respectively. The 1-1. There it is. That should do it into right field. Saravo will score. Mestis coming around to score. And she will. RBI double for Ella Balo. And the Marauders extend their lead 13-2. How about that from Ella Balo? Like I said, you don't need to do much. And she does it. Does just enough to bring around those 2. And now Balo stands at second with Mckenna Watson, who has already got a triple so far tonight. Steps in with another opportunity to bring around a few more runs for the Marauders. She swings at that one and misses it. It'll go foul, or it'll go in there for a strike. Balo now advances over to third base on the pass ball. Watson, the 0-1 count with 2 outs. The pitch. Watson swings at that one in the dirt for strike 2. Almost similar pitches back to back. Leo has been liking that sort of low strike, gotten a few Marauders to swing. So 0-2 count here with 2 outs. Watson looking to tack on a couple more. And there it is, backwards K. Her third of the night for Leo, and that'll be out number 3. But the Marauders able to tack on 2 and lead 13-2 as we head to the 5th. Stay with us, more softball on the way.
From the Merkin farm to your table, from their vines to your glass, Merkin Vineyards Tasting Room and Osteria, a sense of place for extended family and community. The Merkin mission is to deliver a total sustainable Arizona experience, with fruits and vegetables family farmed in the Verde Valley and vines grown on Arizona Merkin acreage. Pastas and breads made from scratch and served with daily seasonal specials. Keep an eye out for the Merkin pizza and gelato wagons using the same local ingredients.
Balancing your family, finances, and future is a lot of responsibility. Let Jennifer Griffin and her team at State Farm help. Jennifer Griffin is an Arizona native and a Mingus graduate, as well as a third-generation State Farm agent, serving you in the same Main Street location for over 35 years. Jennifer Griffin and her team want to wish all of the Mingus athletes the best of luck this season. Go Marauders! Jennifer Griffin and State Farm Insurance, here to help life go right.
Paige Peterson takes the first pitch low for ball 1 as we get things going here in the 5th inning. Mingus up 13-2. Alexis Ayersman pitching quite well for the Marauders so far. 11 Ks through 4. And we'll see what she can do here in the 5th. 1-1 count here to Peterson. The pitch is low for ball 2. The 2-2. Or excuse me, that was the 2-1. Now it is 2-2 as Peterson swings and misses that one. So the 2-2 count on the way to Peterson with no outs. The pitch from Amersman. I want to go foul. Alexis Ayersman, excuse me. 2-2 on the way. Swung on and missed. Another strikeout for Ayersman. Give her 12. And what a performance so far from the junior. And here in the top of the fifth inning, Mingus carrying a heavy lead, 13-2. And now we'll see what Tatum Mines can do. Mines, much like Peterson, striking out on her only 2 at-bats so far. See what she can do here in the fifth. The pitch runs inside for ball 1. So, excuse me, it's Alexis Ayersman who was on the mound for the Marauders, not Ayersman, Ayersman. 1-0 count here to Tatum Mines, who was at the dish for Lee Williams. That one's away for ball 2. You know, like I said, minus the wind, it is a really nice night here in Cottonwood. Just bordering on perfect. That one to go on the outside corner for strike 1, 2-1 our count. Had some storms roll through not too long ago. Starting to make their way up more north, it seems. 2-1 count. That'll go right into the fence. 2-2 count. Ayersman really likes those 2-2 counts, as I mentioned. Peterson's gone down on 2-2. Tatum. Register. Something about that 2-2 count here, and here we are again with Tatum Mines, the 2-2. And it'll go full. So good job from Mines to stay off that one and give herself an opportunity at getting on for Lee Williams with 1 out. The 2-2. Got her looking. Another strikeout for Ayersman. Looking for a 1-2-3 inning as Sarah Hattoon steps in. Hattoon, a strikeout victim in inning number 1, and got on with a hit by pitch and came around to score off the home run from Jess Mitchell. And what a swing from Jess Mitchell. Sending that one into basically center right field. The only 2 runs so far for Lee Williams as Ayersman throws her first pitch away for a ball. The 1-0. Right over to Balo. She'll make the grab. So a line out for Hattoon and a 1-2-3 inning for the Mingus Marauders. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Mingus still leads 13-2. Stay with us.
From the Merkin farm to your table, from their vines to your glass. Merkin Vineyards Tasting Room and Osteria, a sense of place for extended family and community. The Merkin mission is to deliver a total sustainable Arizona experience with fruits and vegetables family farmed in the Verde Valley and vines grown on Arizona Merkin acreage. Pastas and breads made from scratch and served with daily seasonal specials. Keep an eye out for the Merkin pizza and gelato wagons using the same local ingredients.
Balancing your family, finances, and future is a lot of responsibility. Let Jennifer Griffin and her team at State Farm help. Jennifer Griffin is an Arizona native and a Mingus graduate, as well as a 3rd-generation State Farm agent, serving you in the same Main Street location for over 35 years. Jennifer Griffin and her team want to wish all of the Mingus athletes the best of luck this season. Go Marauders! Jennifer Griffin and State Farm Insurance, here to help life go right.
That is going to do it here in the first game of our 2021 softball season. The Mingus Marauders able to walk away with a solid victory, 13-2, and it is all led by the pitcher, Alexis Ayersman. Ayersman had 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, about 12 strikeouts to start off the 2021 season. A great performance from the Mingus Marauder defense as well as their offense, able to tack on 13 runs. Some solid offensive production from a lot of players across the board. And for Lee Williams, Jess Mitchell able to send her first home run here on the road into center right field. And what a hit it was from Jess Mitchell. So for the Marauders, their next game will be on Thursday on the road to take on these Lee Williams Volunteers. Their next home game will be on Tuesday against Mojave. and that is next week. So hopefully you will join us here next Tuesday for some more softball as the Mingus Marauders take on the Mojave Thunderbirds. For the Lee Williams Volunteers, they will, of course, take on Mingus on Thursday. We will have baseball for you against Lee Williams on Thursday as well. We hope that you check out that one as well. For all of our great crew here, our producer Ryan Nichols and Jackie Bessler, and my man Steve, who is down on third base line. I apologize. Love Steve. He's a great guy, but I don't remember his last name. But wonderful crew here at Yavapai Broadcasting. But anyway, solid victory for the Mingus Marauders. They will head into their game on Thursday against Lee Williams, and will be back at home next Tuesday against Mojave. That's going to do it for me. It is a great night, and what a great start for the 2021 season. I'm Philip Katofman, wishing you a great rest of your night. We'll see you next time.